The story of the red kangro. The air over the Great Victoria Desert was a thick, shimmering blanket of heat, pressing down on the scorched earth. It was here, in the shadow of a low, rust-colored ridge, that Cole was born. He wasn't the biggest Joey, but his mother, Mary, recognized the fire in his eyes, a fierce, curious spark that marked him as different. Cole's early life was a rhythmic cycle of safety within Mary's pouch and the perilous exploration of the world outside. The pouch was a dark, cozy haven that smelled of earth and sweet, concentrated milk. Outside, the world was blindingly bright, a symphony of crackling insects and the distant, mournful cry of a dingo. He learned the rules of the mob instinctively, the thud of the warning foot, the synchronized grazing in the cool, early hours, and the vital necessity of conserving energy during the midday inferno. Their mob, led by a scarred, ancient buck named Balar, was a network of vigilance. One sweltering afternoon, the rhythm was broken. The sky, usually a relentless, vacant blue, began to bruise with a strange, ochre-tinged haze. Mary sniffed the air nervously, her nose twitching against the rising wind. The whisper, Balar rumbled, his voice low and heavy, sending ripples of unease through the grazing animals. The dust is moving, and the grass will follow. We must move west, to the river country. The migration began that evening, under a sickle moon. It was the first true test of Koa's young life. He was still small, but his powerful hind legs were beginning to develop their formidable spring. He learned to synchronize his bound with Mary's, moving in a mesmerizing, energy-efficient dance across the uneven terrain. The mob, dozens of strong, flowed like a reddish-brown river through the scrub. On the third day, the exhaustion was a dull, constant ache. Koa lagged, momentarily distracted by a plump insect. That momentary lapse was all it took. The crackle was sudden, sharp, and terrifyingly close. A witch-tailed eagle, its wingspan a frightening shadow, plummeted from the sky. It wasn't after Koa, but a smaller, less wary Joey named Talai. Koa watched, paralyzed, as Mary launched herself forward with a guttural roar, her claws raking the air to distract the predator. Balar, though old, moved with surprising speed, kicking out and sending a spray of gravel and dust toward the eagle. The bird, momentarily thwarted, soared away with a shriek of indignation, but the panic was set. In the ensuing chaos, the scattered bounds, the frantic snorts, Koa lost sight of Mary. He stopped, his tiny chest heaving. Silence rushed in, broken only by the frantic beat of his own heart. The mob was gone, swallowed by the rising dust and the endless, skeletal trees. He was alone,